Rizal.
Hi guys! Ako nga pala si Arman D. Ocampo mula sa Bsba Marketing. Unang-una, andito tayo tungkol sa usapin sa tanong na did Rizal retract? Basically, ganito kasi yung kwento niyan. Nung mabaril si Dr. Jose Rizal, meron daw na sinulat si Jose Rizal na pagtalikod sa masoneria at pagbabalik sa simbahang katoliko. So ngayon, itong kwento na ito ay lumabas sa dyaryo, ang retractasyon. Pero merong ayaw maniwala kasi ganito ang isa pang kwento dyan. Dahil sa retractasyon ni Jose Rizal, ibig sabihin, nanumbalik na siya bilang katoliko. Nakasal siya ngayon kay Josephine Bracken, yung kanyang huling pinakamamahal o pag-ibig. So ngayon, magiging komplikado yan. Bakit? Kasi unang-una, magkakaroon ng hindi pagkakaunawaan sa pagitan ng pamilya ni Rizal at ni Josephine Bracken. Di ba kasi umiinda at sinasabi pa nga ni Josephine Bracken na humihingi siya ng mana tungkol sa mga aklat ni Rizal. So sabi ng pamilya ni Rizal, nasaan na ang ebidensya na kayo ay ikinasal? Di ba, so kaakibat nung usaping kay Josephine Bracken, kung kasal ba sila, ay kaakibat noon yung retractasyon. Dahil hindi sila pwedeng makasal kung hindi totoo ang retractasyon. Okay, matagal na ang retractasyon ay naging issue. Pinagdedebatihan kung totoo ba ito o hindi. Bakit? Simple, sabi ng mga ayaw maniwala kay Jose Rizal, nakalagay kasi doon sa retractasyon, ako ay deklarong katoliko at sa relihiyong ito, ako ay mabubuhay at mamamatay at binabawi ko lahat ng buong puso ang lahat ng aking mga sinabi laban sa simbahang katoliko. So yun ang dahilan kung bakit pinagdedebatihan sa pagitan ng nasyonalismo at simbahang Romano-Katoliko. So doon tayo sa side ng mga taong hindi naniniwala. Ito yung nasyonalismo. Ayon sa kanila, kung totoo ang retractasyon, ibig sabihin, binabawi na rin ni Jose Rizal yung dahilan kung bakit siya naging bayani. So ibig sabihin nun, hindi bayani si Rizal. Para naman sa mga taong naniniwala, so ito yung simbahang Romano-Katoliko. Para sa kanila, ang taong namatay na humingi ng tawad sa kanyang nagawang pagkakasala at kumilala sa Diyos ay lalong mamamayani sa mata ng tao at ng simbahan. So ayon sa mga papel at dokumento na natuklasan, na totoo nga ang retractasyon, na pag-aralan na ito nga ay talagang sulat ni Dr. Jose Rizal at nilagdaan pa nga ito ng kanyang asignatura. So sa makatuwid, maituturing natin to bilang primary sources. So ngayon, siguro marahil totoo nga ang retractasyon. Salamat po.
I'm Hyrule Sevilla from Bsba Marketing Management. I do not agree that Jose Rizal retract because according to WordPress.com, Jose Rizal did not retract. There were so many opinions and evidences presented by various authors. Nonetheless, until now, there's no justification until the debate. Moreover, according to IPL.org, the written document of Jose Rizal's retraction was forged.
I
I am Angelica Del Melchor from Bsba, major in Financial Management, and I am disagree to the topic that went to us if Jose Rizal did retract. Because based on the information that I gathered, it says there that Jose Rizal did not retract. Because until now, there is no proof or justification to end the debate. The retraction paper that was signed by Jose Rizal, it was only published on the newspaper. But when Rizal's family requested for an original copy, they said it was lost. But as far as I know and for my opinion, the original copy is needed to prove that Jose Rizal actually retracted, and for not to say that it was just a forgery.
Did Jose Rizal retract? No, Rizal did not retract, although there were many opinions and evidences presented by various authors as to whether Rizal did or did not retract. Nonetheless, until now, there is no proof or any justification to end the debate. The following assertions bring about the testimonies that Rizal did not retract before his execution. First was the copy of the retraction paper that was allegedly signed by Rizal that was even kept secret and was only published in newspapers. When Rizal's family requested for the original copy, it was said that it was lost. Could the Jesuits be this irresponsible to not know the value of paper, or was it just hidden? 39 years later, the original copy was found in the Archdiocesan archives. Ricardo Pascual, who was given permission by the Archbishop Nazaleda to examine the document and later concluded in his books, Rizal Beyond the Grave, that the documents presented was a forgery. The common rebuttal of this argument was either Father Balaguer or Father P had made errors in reproducing another copy of the original. Another evidence as to Rizal did not retract is that when Father Balaguer came to the terms that he married Jose and Josephine, after Jose had signed the retraction paper, however, there were no marriage certificate or public record shown that could prove Father Balaguer's statement. Why would Rizal retract when he knows for a fact that even if he signs the retraction paper, he would still be executed, since the Archbishop and Jesuits cannot do anything to mitigate this penalty because the judicial process involved was purely a military tribunal where civilian or church interference was uncommon and not allowed. Rizal was accused of participating in filibusterist propaganda where the penalty as provided by the Spanish Code is death. The same of what happened to the three priests who once guarded years earlier, even though they were still a part of the church, they were just the writing he conceived with his hard work, the same writings that brought him to the point of being executed. No, whatever further study that may emerge as to the truth about Rizal's retraction, it detracts nothing from his greatness as a Filipino.
I'm Elizabeth Salazar from Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, major in Marketing Management. I am disagree that Rizal retracted because there's inadequate evidence saying that the retraction is not true. Some of the evidence are when the family of Rizal asked for the original copy of the alleged letter, but the petition was denied. And there's no certificate of Rizal's Catholic marriage to Josephine Bracken. If the retraction is true, why they deny the petition, and where's the certificate of Rizal Catholic marriage? So it's proven that the retraction is not true. Jose Rizal wrote a lot of things against the Catholic Church. That's why they ejected that Rizal retract, to tarnish his reputation as a hero, and this is also their way to say that Rizal is defeated. Dr. Jose Rizal never retract. Even in his last breath, when he slowly turned to the firing squad to show that he will never be defeated, and he also showed his contradiction.
I was hoping the societal and civil authorities that Rizal's life would end with his death in Bagong Bayan. But from the day of his execution to this day, Rizal has been in this country a living issue and often a burning one, the soul of contention between Catholics and freethinkers. A bone for the tug of war between church and state in the control of education, and the subject of bitter debate over the authenticity or fraudulence of his supposed retraction of his words and deeds.
From Bsba Financial Management. I disagree about Rizal retraction. Rizal did retract. For me, it's no. Rizal did not retract. Although there are many opinions and evidences presented by the various authors as to whether Rizal did or did not retract. I have an evidence as to Rizal did not retract. Is that when Father Balagers came to terms of him married to Jose and Hezbollah after Jose had signed the retraction papers. However, there is no marriage certificate or public record as you can prove the father's Balagers statement. Whatever further marriage as a truth Rizal retraction paper controversy. It distracting from his greatness as a pillar.
John Patrick Lamio, Bsba Financial Management. I agree for Jose Rizal because during Jose Rizal's lifetime, the Catholic Church was powerful force in the Philippines, and its power was tied in the Spanish colonial government. Because of his Rizal writing was anti-Catholic in 1935, controversial retraction letter was discovered by a Catholic priest and was supposedly written by Jose Rizal. Because before his execution, starting that he retracted any of his writing that contradicts the Catholic faith. One of hand 11 eyewitness to the letters authenticity, and it's reasonable to believe Rizal would rethink his faith right before his death. However, the length of time that had passed before letter writing makes up dubious authenticity. It is unlikely that historian will come to agreement on Jose Rizal. That's all.
Hi, I'm Mary Joyce Salazar from Bsba Financial Management, and I am disagree that Rizal is retracted because for me, Rizal did not retract because all people wanted to show that he will repent later. They wanted to tarnish the reputation of Rizal as a hero. Some people hate Rizal because of his work have related to the Catholic Church, and some religious people, they do not like what Rizal did, and they did it to say that Rizal was retracting. So many people don't like Rizal, so they force Rizal to retract, but Rizal remained silent and fighting for our country. But whether Rizal retract or not, it will really not affect for Rizal did to our country and to Philippine independence. That's why Rizal is still our hero even he retracted or not. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Mark Luwer Gutierrez from Bsba Financial Management. I agree because I really do believe that Dr. Jose Rizal retract and made a decision which is not favorable in our country. It happened before they shot the gun in Bagong Bayan. Rizal really wanted to be married with Josephine Bracken, and because of her love with Josephine Bracken, he made a decision to get back all of his written works against the Spaniards. He came up with the decision of weighing the love with his girl and love this country. But in the end, he chose the love with his girl and get back all the accusation in the Spain country. Thank you.
I am Angela Nicole P. Villarreal from Bsba Financial Management. I am agree that Rizal is restricted because there are some proofs and documents that they see. According to the testimony of Father Vicente Balaguer, Rizal accepted a short of restriction document preferred by the superior of the Jesuit Society in the Philippines. There is some document that was purchased by the Philippine government from Spain in the mid-90s. Showed some interesting point about the restriction, said Jose Victor Torres, a professor at the History Department of the De La Salle University. These proofs and documents they see is proof that Rizal made a restriction.
Hi, good morning everyone. My name is Cherise Lanes from Bsba Marketing Management. Did Rizal really retract his works against the Spaniards? Based on my research, Rizal did not retract his works. Some sources stated that Rizal alleged retraction did not actually happen, that there are priors who visited him prior to his execution, convinced him to confess the sins that they accused to him. The main motive of conversation is to admit Rizal's errors against the religion and retract them. But on the other hand, Rizal stood his ground. There are proof that Rizal did not really retract. An example is Rizal was not buried on Catholic cemetery. Instead, as a suicide, if he retract them, Church would give him a decent burial because of claiming retraction and reconciliation.
Hello, my name is Francisco C. De Asis Jr. from Bsba Marketing. I agree that Rizal retracted his word because in 1935 a controversial retraction letter was discovered by a Catholic priest and was supposedly written by Rizal just before his execution.